The royal family of Hyrule have made many decisions over the years, and today I'm in collaboration with my good friend Edible Incredible to look at and talk about some of the most deadly decisions the royal family of Hyrule have made over the years. This is actually part 2 to this video, so be sure to go and check out the first half over on Edible's channel. I'll leave a link below. Anyway, here is part 2 of the most deadly decisions made by the royal family of Hyrule.
Now, back to Ocarina of Time. Once Link defeated Goma and made his way to Hyrule Castle, he met Princess Zelda. She informed him of these dreams she's been having about dark clouds, with a ray of light departing these dark clouds coming from the forest. She felt Ganondorf, the king of the Gerudo, reminded her of this dark presence, and Link she felt that ray of hope from. Since her father, the king of Hyrule, didn't listen to her dreams, she explained this all to Link. Link set out and received the final 2 spiritual stones, responsible for opening the door of time and unlocking the legendary Master Sword. Little did they know, Ganondorf didn't just follow Link into the Temple of Time, but entered the sacred realm directly because Link held all of the keys to the realm, which are the spiritual stones, Ocarina of Time, and being able, since he's the hero, to pull the Master Sword. Ganondorf immediately laid his hands upon the Triforce. However, since his heart wasn't in balance, the 3 pieces split to their rightful owners. Link with courage, Zelda with wisdom, and Ganon with power. This allowed Ganondorf to rule the land of Hyrule for 7 long years, killing not just innocent people but children as well, freezing Zora's domain including all the Zoras, and setting Volvagia free to eat the Gorons. Many people lost their lives in these 7 years, while Link slept and grew up into the hero of time. This whole decision to go for the Master Sword wasn't necessarily the royal family's decision, since the king wasn't a part of it, but Zelda was. And since she is indeed the princess of Hyrule, she plays a massive role in the royal family's decision making. That's why this is another deadly decision made by the royal family, and specifically by Zelda. However, if you think about it, if Link just stayed in bed to start the game, Ganondorf never would have been able to get the Triforce of Power, along with killing many in his way. So maybe Link shouldn't have listened to Navi after all.
Twilight Princess? The Gerudo? Wait, where is the Gerudo in Twilight Princess? Well, if we think about this, there is some ways that the absence of the Gerudo in Twilight Princess could come from a decision made by the royal family. More so, Princess Zelda herself. So, think back to Ocarina of Time. Link goes back 7 years and informs Princess Zelda about the future to come. Well, because of this move by Link, we know that in the future, after informing Zelda about it, is somewhat how Ganondorf was brought to be executed. Interestingly enough, his execution scene in Twilight Princess is above the Arbiter's grounds. Well, if you've ever played Twilight Princess, you will notice that the Gerudo tribe are not present at all. Now, the man who you talk to before entering the Arbiter's grounds says something very interesting. Possibly a hint towards something? Well, what he says is, the Gerudo Desert once held a prison built to hold the worst criminals this land has ever known. And also, the criminals who were sentenced to death were sent directly to the underworld by a cursed mirror that was kept in the prison. We also have this desert at World's End. It still holds the cursed mirror and the malice of the doomed inmates. Along with these old bones know that the evil currently plaguing Hyrule is related to this wicked place. Is this some sort of hint towards the Hylians killing off the Gerudo tribe from what Link had informed Zelda about? Well, about Ganondorf's plans. Well, I think this is the case here, and that the Hylians did indeed finish off the Gerudo tribe. Weirdly enough, the Gerudo tribe make a return in Four Swords Adventures, the game right after Twilight Princess in the timeline. Now, what I think this could be is possibly a new Gerudo tribe, or maybe any of the original tribe that escaped and survived, and have now returned years later. So overall, Zelda sending Link back ultimately caused the Gerudo to disappear.
Last but not least is one from Breath of the Wild. As we know, the Sheikah played a huge role in creating the technology we see in the game. 10,000 years before the events of Breath of the Wild, Calamity Ganon was driven back by not just the hero and princess of that time, but also the guardians and divine beasts as well. The plan worked quite well as peace returned to Hyrule once more. However, the royal family decided to turn against the strong technology. They outlawed it and demanded to bury it deep within the grounds of Hyrule. In response to this, the Sheikah tribe began splitting amongst themselves. Half of them lived in Kakariko Village, abiding by the royal family's decision, and the other half disagreed and formed the Yiga clan out in the mountains near the Gerudo desert. Honestly, I totally agree what the Yiga clan stood for, and that's their technology. In their minds, they were confused by the royal family's decision. Why throw away this tech when it just saved our land? Fast forward 10,000 years later, and the Yiga were ready to seek their revenge. They resurrected Calamity Ganon as stated by Robosa in her DLC memory. The royal family began feeling the presence of Ganon yet again, and the king knew he had to prepare his daughter for the inevitable return of the Calamity. They decided to dig up the ancient technology that saved them in the past. In doing so, when Ganon finally showed his head, yet again he easily took control of all the Guardians and Divine Beast, turning them against Hyrule. This act killed many, not to mention all of the champions, even including our boy Link. We know how the rest of the game unfolds, but my point here is the royal family's decision to outlaw the technology that saved their land was indeed a deadly one, come 10,000 years later. Because if they didn't, the Yiga clan never would have formed, and in doing so, they never would have resurrected Calamity Ganon. So there is our 6 deadly decisions. Hope you enjoyed that, and if you did and want us to collab again, just let us know down below. As always, it's been Edible Incredible.
So that has been mine and Edible's 6 deadly decisions made by the royal family of Hyrule. Be sure to go and check out the first part over on Edible's channel if you haven't already. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on these decisions, and any other decisions that you deem deadly. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. It was a ton of fun to make, and until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.